Yeah.
This is going back in Genesis 3 and verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Jesus is a Negro. Hell yeah,
Do I read that one more time, Mark?
Come on.
Since you were so rudely interrupted.
Come on, man. Drive-bys, man. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Right. So because you listened to the voice of your wife, you obeyed your wife's orders. Go ahead. Which are most men nowadays. Most men ain't got no, fucking manhood in them at all, man.
And has eaten.
You know how you know? They'll shave their fucking beard off for a piece of pussy.
Oh yeah. Man.
When that's your license of being a man. That's what it means, a beard, And if a brother can't grow it, hey, you can't grow it. But that's again the vexation, That's the signs of who you are in this place.
Oh man.
Our blessings are in our curses. But you know what I'm saying? Like men, nowadays, when you're in this truth, you don't just learn one thing. You learn everything, even how to be a man. Most men today that were in this truth, they weren't men until they came to this truth. You know what I'm saying? It tells you to wash your ass, Maybe some men had trouble with that. They needed to be told,
This is that survival guide, man.
Right. Women, tells you to, really not to count them as nothing but pleasure. Like a bar, like if you were to go to a bar and get a drink, that's what you should count a woman as. Because, especially right now in this side, these women are fucking wicked, man. They have to be destroyed. And that's why most of them that are going to be destroyed are especially Israelite women, these fucking black and brown bitches, you know what I'm saying? And I say brown bitches because just like you got a so-called black woman acting like a fucking monkey, you got a fucking brown bitch acting like a fucking monkey too. All the tribes are fucking in that list, man. And it's a fucking shame, man. You got men out here pushing this truth throughout the world. But I bet you most of those men ain't got no fucking woman supporting them. Doing their part. How wicked is that? And that's a lazy bitch attitude right there, She's the type, hey, you go bring the groceries in, I'm gonna go upstairs and lay down,
Yeah.
That's what exactly fucking mentality that is. Our women weren't supposed to be like that, man. In fact, we were supposed to have many making the work easier, But, in fact, if we were able to go back to men having many wives, I bet you most marriages wouldn't even be divorced, what I mean? Because you would have the income, you would have the help, you would have the time for the man, and the time because a woman needs that break, you know what I mean? You keep banging the same bitch over and over, that pussy's gonna go to taco meat, You gotta give that motherfucker time to breathe and relax. But that shows how wicked this place is, man. Go ahead,
It says, going on to verse 17. And he, it's lucky. And hast eaten of the tree in which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake.
Right. And that's what Adam did. And that's what we did. That's what our forefathers did. From Adam and us, we fucking commit sin. We don't obey the commandment that is given to us. And he's just saying, he gave him a simple, they had the actual commandments, but what it's saying is giving them one commandment saying, do not eat of this, don't eat of any tree, but the tree of, no, you can eat of every tree, but not the one tree of knowledge, right? Which is all these fucking doctrines, you know what I mean? But the fruit from all the other trees you was able to eat, the Lord gave you plenty. Like Jake, there's plenty of Jake. You know what I mean? There's plenty of women that are around that need husbands, but the society has put that woman in that place of rulership where she says, no, I could have many husbands. I could have many doctrines.
Going back into that pride, man.
Yeah. And so what does man do? Man, he chases the tail of woman, so he does what she's not supposed to do. What he was not supposed to do. But he listened to her, so then he's fucked, you know? Because he's supposed to be the... I'll get that verse... Corinthians chapter 11.
11 and 1.
Yeah, you can start that one.
This is out of the book, 2 Corinthians 11 and 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Mashiach.
Right, so the apostles, we're supposed to, like you would walk behind your father because in snow, you know, if your father he would step and then you would step behind him.
And try to follow his
Yeah, he made that path already for you. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to walk with the apostles, you know, their steps, because they're walking in the steps of Yahweh Shai, because they're walking with the word, with the truth. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. But and that's how you could tell, though. Also, we could tell who's the men of the Lord and ain't. You know, I mean, you can't say 100% because it's all through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, His own power to choose. He will have compassion on whom He will have compassion. But you could get a somewhat of an understanding of who's doing, you know, who's the Lord dealing with. And I tell you what, 98% of these motherfuckers, the Lord ain't dealing with them.
Oh, man. Going on to verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things.
Right. And that's what we do also when we do our opening. That's why we give double honors to our elders and our apostles who rule well. But also we give shalawams to you brothers that's doing the same works. Good, huh?
And keep the ordinances or the traditions.
Traditions, which is the commandments, statutes, judgments. You know, and I want to point out that word keep, and keep meaning to do them, but also just like it would, if someone gave you something to keep, like to save for them, you would protect it. You would keep it in good standing. You know, you wouldn't just become careless about it. Well, that's like this word. People are careless about it. Like you saw earlier, they just stood and mocked and laughed at it. But that's why they're going to get killed for that shit. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers are already pulling their ticket. The Lord's going to pull their number any day now. Even you go to statistics, and they say it's like 1 in, I don't know the exact number, but it's like 1 in 5 you'll be dead in 10 years or something like that.
Oh.
I heard this. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But I know it's very high. Like they say, 1 out of so many is gonna die eventually. That's how high the statistics are. Because people are getting put to death left and right, and it's increasing. Because these motherfucking shooters are coming out, and they're starting to blast a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
And you know who's putting that spirit on those people to do that?
Yeah.
It's the Lord, man.
Right. And it shows you the hatred for you niggers and spicks. You know, you're gonna learn the white man's the devil. You know, I was watching that movie, The Help, and they knew the white man was the devil back then. They said there was a lynching, a shooting. A cop shot a black man. Oh man, the whole community ran. That old lady ran so hard she fell into the mud and got all fucked up. But I was like, damn, I was thinking about it. I was like, that's how it's gonna be soon. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, they just hung a nigga over here. Oh, they just killed a spick over here. And you better run because they're just gonna go for a free-for-all. And they're just gonna start killing so-called blacks and Latinos.
It's gonna be that nation against nation.
Right, because that's a truth that was hidden. We always see blacks getting lynched, but they lynched Latinos too.
Oh yeah, that's
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, they did that shit to all the tribes, man.
There's times that there's times that my father would even tell us that we didn't really get along. You know, so-called Negro or Mexican or something. You know, that we never really got along and everything, but realizing that we brothers, man.
Right. And we all were doubt the same fucking punishment, pretty much. Because you know what? People people forget, they think only the Southern Kingdom came on ships, but they also took Northern Kingdom on ships too.
Yeah, I ran into this one guy way back, man. You know, I was giving him a little bit of milk and everything, but you know, he, you know, not knowing that, you know, we're brothers, but you know, he was trying to, you know, take on that, you know, well, we suffered more. We took the harder end, you know, and that, you know, because he's a Gadite, and you know, I was like, man, you know, we suffered the same things, man.
Huh?
You know, and that's what I told him, you know, and then after that, you know, I clicked with him, man. Yeah.
And what's going to bring us all together, the elect, is this truth, though. You know, there's going to be men from all different parts of life, you know, from all four corners of the earth. You know, there's even going to be men of the elect that they're going to think they were heathens the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Until they get that, you know, and it could be a last minute understanding, you know, boom, just like that man that was on the cross on the side of Yahushua on the right hand side.
It'd be like old dude right here that was up here.
He didn't do no work, you know.
Yeah, but you know, he could be the elect, man.
That's why you got to pray. And as you know this truth, you got to do the work, man. You know, this ain't no time to sit back and fucking get comfortable. Because it's about to get real crazy out here. These dogs are getting released, man, upon us. It's good. That's Jacob's trouble. And like I'm saying, you know, the elect, they're going to fall in line because everything's in order. It's already preordained. But, you know, don't fuck with don't get involved with these riots, you know, protests. Don't involve yourself with that shit, man. You know, be a peaceful man. Be out here for the truth, you know. Try to avoid jail as best you can, you know. But, you know, it's all through the Lord's Spirit. But, you know, you want to minimize your troubles as best as you can for the Lord's sake, for Yahweh's sake. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you could cut your time short out here. Even Paul was talking about that. He's, you know, he knew they wanted to take his head off already. And he said, hey, I could go over here, die, and be in the kingdom with Yahushua already. You know, go to the spirit world. But, you know, instead he said, but it's more beneficial for me to be here for the brother's sake. You know? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's time to lose love for this place, but not to become suicidal where you want to take your own shit out. But cut yourself from this world. I'll get on that 1101. Where did you go to?
I think I only got down to 2.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna about to jump into 3.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, no, I'm finishing up 2. That's where I was going on. It says, and keep the ordinances or the traditions as I delivered them to you.
See, that's the wisdom, though. That's that understanding.
Huh.
This is like the brother said just a minute ago. This is the survival guide.
Huh. And what did he say too? That he'll deliver it to you.
Right.
Not meaning that you can pick up the survival guide, man, and you can be survival.
Right.
Like Crocodile Dundee or something. You
faith
know?
is a gift. It has to be given to you.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you could build it up, but if you didn't know how to start a fire, someone would have to start that fire for you. You know. But you know, once they get it started, you're able to keep it burning.
Yeah, keep it going.
But you don't have that ability to start the fire. Yahweh started that fire, you know. But
going on.
and that's what we're doing. We're the men that are pushing this truth. We're fighting to keep our faith burning, man. That's that good fight, you know.
Yeah, that faith is that oil is gonna keep you going, you know.
All right, for that darkness, man. And this ain't even dark yet. Wait till they're fucking hunting you down in these streets.
Yeah, man.
Just think when you gotta fight a man to the death, man. You know what I'm saying? And that day may come where you gotta fucking fight a man to like the last bit of your strength, man. You know? Just think about those days coming, man. That's that fear of the Lord that's gonna bring up that encouragement to do what the Lord wills. You know, build that faith up. Go ahead.
Verse 3. But I would have you known. Fuck yeah, let me read that over. But I would have you known that the head of every man is a Moshiach.
Right. So that's what Adam did wrong. He listened to his woman.